Hello. We have another game, and it is versus Amazons again. Boy, we pretty much have about 3 teams that we keep rotating around. Um, well, in fairness, it's mostly Chaos Dwarfs, then Amazons, and then a selection of other bashy teams. So, level 2 player. We'll take that with a pinch of salt, though. Looks like all 4 blitzers. They've got 2 spare players, 2 rerolls, an Apo. If their record's decent, they're probably... Well, they've just got 1 loss so far. So they may be new to it, but it is Amazons. Of course, we have 4 journeymen, even though I just did buy somebody as well. That's how wrecked our team is, if you want to have a quick look. Here we go. We just bought in Benedict, our 4th blitzer. So for this game, we're going to have 2 catchers, 1, 2, 3 blitzers, 2 linemen, and the rest randos. Cornelius is taking a rest after not doing anything for his whole career. Seems only fair. I know that's a little harsh in some ways. He has... he lost a movement, didn't he, if I remember rightly? Yeah, he did. We'll probably keep him without the movement, though. It's not like he ever really moves. He just falls over a lot. But he does draw a lot of the ire of other teams. The unfortunate thing is, it's not enough to stop the rest of our guys dying as well. So, despite doing it, I can only imagine if we didn't have him, how broken our team would be. Considering it's already in a pretty bad state. Oh, Willow. I believe Willow is a character I don't like to use that much. I think Willow has, agility 3. I forget. I think Willow's one of those weird characters where it's hard to tell what race they're technically intended to be. Because they don't seem to fit. Quite often the star players are like a type of player, but with some like additional stuff thrown on, or like an extra strength or something like that. There's a few players where it's hard to tell what they were intended to be to start with. We'll kind of have a look at Willow and see. Maybe Willow's supposed to be an Amazon. Oh. Well, it looks like Willow's a war dancer. I mean, they've used the war dancer for it. And they've used the war dancer animations. But I don't believe Willow has very war dancer-like properties. We got sidestep, dauntless, thick skull. You know, that is strength 4. Hang on. So let's pretend that it doesn't look like a wood elf. Movement 5, strength 4, agility 3, armor value 8. Does that fit anything? Strength 4, armor value 8. Whoops, I've gone off the edge of the field. And the low movement. I'm trying to think of strength 4 things. I think Willow is an oddball. I think they've just used a war dancer to base it off of, just to have something, if I'm being honest, but I could be wrong. I mean, it certainly seems logical that it would be some kind of wood elf related star player, right? Because Willow, Games Workshop's always been reasonably literal with their stuff. Okay, so how do we want to approach this? I guess we'll do the work our way across. Doesn't always work out, but we'll give it a shot. We do at least have enough people to do that. So let's see, boom, 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 and then a spare one. Okay, that's... Yeah, this is interesting. Did they take a wizard as well? No, they took Willow and... a babe, I think. The strength 4 is honestly not bad. I usually completely gloss over Willow. Dauntless, Strength 4 and Dauntless is interesting if you're facing like Lizardman or something. But of course the worry is that with no blocking skills and being a loner, that things are going to go wrong. Oh, I wonder where they aimed that. I think we're going to put it on a blitzer then, because we want our blitzers to level up. So let's make a little pocket over here. And we'll just retreat into it temporarily. We'll stick with that. Alright. Oh, of course I just realised that I've done this the wrong way around. Well, it'll work out. So we do this first. No. So we can take another hit on her. But we stay to give the assist. This is good. This is why finally having block is a big deal. Okay, well that's not as exciting. I'm not going to contact them because doubtless our armor will break first. That's unfortunate. You know what, maybe I should, considering we would have a potential blitz. Let's see what they do if we do this. Let's put a little pressure on the sideline and see how they react to that. Now, theoretically, they could surf us here, right? So let's imagine... I think it's awkward because of this guy. No, they could put an assist here. Come in here. Blitz to here. They'd have to bring somebody else over here, and then they could blitz with her. So there is a potential surf for them. It might open up the surf back though. We'll kind of see how they roll. Yeah, I guess I can see, because I think Willow's, what, 150? So I can kind of see Willow for the strength 4. He's not super fragile. Armor value 8 is reasonable, right? Strength 4 on a team that only has strength 3s, I can actually kind of see it. Okay, that's interesting. Oh boy, they're really shutting us off here. Okay, so that's... Okay, so they've given themselves the chance to block out of it now. Successfully. So we didn't really get a lot out of that. But we didn't get surfed, so there was that. Kind of wanted to see how they were going to tackle it. They tackled it sensibly, at least. Oh, they also haven't used their blitz, have they? That's right. Let's see. I think we just back off. No, I assume they bring somebody in here. But obviously they've kind of lightened themselves on this side. I mean, maybe she's probably... Yep. Okay, pretty sensible defense. Oh, that's nice. So now the ultimate question is, can we knock this one down as well? And that will kind of determine how the rest of our go goes. We can. Let's see how far you can go. You can get all the way to there, that's nice. Although, is it? I guess we'll probably take it. You probably need to just come and make sure that's not too much of an issue though. Now this is a bit risky obviously. Let's see. We do need to block this off entirely. Trying to decide whether I want to go for the 2 dice against here. Kind of do. Oh, he's got sidestep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, he's working out for him so far. Let's see if we can actually get this guy out of here. There's a convenient square I can leap to. Very nice. And then just to here. It's not enough to stop them, but it does kind of make it awkward for some of them. So yeah, obviously we've given them a 1 dice here if they want to dodge out. Theoretically, I don't see them getting better than a 1 dice, but a 1 dice is certainly possible. Oh yeah, or if she goes here, they can just do a stand-up blitz. But obviously we've got it pretty well surrounded here and they're quite far away. I mean, they can get over here for the most part, but there's a lot of GFIing involved. If they do get the ball off us here, I will feel like I was a little over aggressive on my pushing out here. Because I certainly could have gone slower. But, you know, we'll see how it works out. There's a fair argument that we should have just, like, gone for a safe cage and push. I don't like caging, as maybe you know, but you know, it's hard to argue that it's kind of effective. The thing that I worry about doing that against Amazons is that... Oh! That was nice. The thing that I worry about doing that against Amazons is that they, you know, you can kind of get stuck, right, in just constantly not knocking people over. Okay, so what have we got on here? That's a 1 dice. That's a 1 dice. That's a 1 dice. Do I push up into here? I don't really like it because there's just a bunch of them here. Well, maybe if we can... Let's try and get a cage formed here, eh? We'll just pop you there. Do we follow? Yeah, because he's not going to be part of the cage anyway. You are going to be part of the cage. Let's get you in position. Let's try and get this cage set up in a sensible manner. Problem is I'm kind of lacking the back of the cage, but hopefully we can get somebody over here to help with that. Unless we make you... Can we... Ah, we can kind of make you the back of the cage. Okay. Oh, I like the fact we're knocking them over. I don't like the fact that they're not armor breaking, but I'm trying to ignore that. Okay, there you go. Just gotta wait for the... what I'd like to say is inevitable, but obviously we've played Amazons before. It's not inevitable. Could come here and just make a big cage. I think that's what we're going to do, because it also kind of keeps them pinned where they're at. So, we're on the 1 dice phase now. Unless we move... Well, this would be a 1 dice, but it'd be a 1 dice with a block, which I enjoy. Yeah, we'll follow. There's not many good ones left. Yeah. Oh, we've got a free reroll, but it's a loner. We're not going to use that. I guess we got the free reroll at the beginning. I completely ignored it. Oh yeah, I think I imagined that touchback was the event, even though that's not an event. That's what happened. I just saw touchback and thought, well, that's that. But we gotta reroll. So we do have 1 KO. Our downside is we've never been very good at injuring other teams. Especially Amazons. You need to... I mean, obviously you don't expect to injure orcs and stuff, but you do expect to injure Amazons. And when we do it, we do it right at the end of the game after it's too late for it to mean anything. So doing it early would be a boon. I mean, the KO on a Blitzer is, don't get me wrong, is very nice. Yeah, he's been kind of annoying so far. I will say he's proven to be a good choice against our Strength 3 team. Yeah, I didn't really like the fact that we were giving up blocks like that, but... Because we're going to armor break as well, right? They're going to blitz into the cage here, I imagine. Okay, that's... okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that. They have dodge. It's 5+ because we did a loose cage. Not the worst call ever. That's brave. But I suppose, you know, if it bubbles, it could bubble back to you, so I can see that as well. So I think we move up like this. Well, they've really got a lot of our team pinned down here. I think we move like this. Not what we wanted, but it's okay. Don't know how we're going to make this ball safe. Which is not okay. Yeah, we are... Boy. We're having that feeling where it feels like we have a lot less players than they do, but we don't. I think I need to come onto this side. Wow, what was that? May have to check what that was in a second. Okay, sorry. Let's see. So it's one dice. I mean, the one dice is better odds than the... Oh, that's not what we wanted. He's probably going to come up here. Yeah, good choice. We'll stay with you. Okay, now for this... Ooh, I think we have to try and pick it up first. Okay, we picked it up. I really want to come over here to help with that, but I don't think I can. I think I go over to... here? Yeah, not good, not good. We will stay. Oh, we still have a blitz. Oh, I should have taken that into account. Well, I can now. Maybe. Okay, so let's come up to here. And you can blitz. We'll keep you attached. And then we'll just come on the top side just to kind of guard that. I think you have to stay where you are. Be right back. Oh, that's good. That's a reroll. That's bad. We'll just come over here. I have no idea what that noise was. So they're going to free up this player so they can get an assist in here, or they can you get across? You can get across to there. That makes that a 1 dice at least. Probably what they'd like to do is move this guy though. I don't know if they can get the assist where they want it. Yeah, they can. If they were to knock this guy over, she could come here. They could do a 2 dice there, and then she could dodge out to here, and then they get a 2 dice on our blitzer. The lack of knockdown, I think, makes this a lot more tricky. So they're just going for the 1 dice. They'll take that, I think. Okay, okay. Exciting times. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna keep saying okay. Alright, you can come over. I really wish this guy was more involved here. To here. Problem is I need to make this block, but it's very scary. Am I better just going and getting the ball? Well, maybe the thing to do is this. Oh dear. And then this. Okay, we needed to get that. to here, I guess. You can come to here. You can try and get to here. Okay, now for the more exciting ones. That's good. That's not as good. Yeah, I'm not feeling this, but it's where we're at. So yeah, ultimately, I think we're playing a more risky game than we should be. And we're losing the ball a lot because of it, right? I mean, admittedly, it took a 5+ dodge into our cage to kind of loosen the ball. That's, you know, that first time. So, I mean, that's... You could argue that that was... had its element of risk. But it wasn't crazy. If they stood this one up and stood this one up, they could knock this guy down and then come around the back. Or even she could come around the back. They may still do that. I guess they're also trying to just stop us running it in easily. Which is nice, because we don't really want to do that. Okay, so yeah. I'm going to go for this. Last reroll is gone, which I do like. And obviously she's in a precarious position if she follows, or even if she doesn't follow. Is she gonna dodge out as well? And then just a block here, I imagine. Just 'cause it's not great dodging. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I expected. And the follow. Oh, and we still have somebody down here. Yeah, getting their blitzer back involved does make sense. Ooh, hoping for the injury roll to finally come good there. You're gonna dodge. Yes, so we will put you... here. Get you out of here, that's one less to worry about for the last couple turns. This armor is tough. I guess that'll do. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of thinking here. One dice without... We got 3 turns and 3 rerolls, so let's use the guy that can actually use a reroll. Oof. Famous last words. I think we have to stay just to kind of keep things intact as much as we can. Okay, that's actually okay. Our inability to damage Amazons has ever a problem, but it's not sort of throwing the half for us so far. We're at least not getting damaged too much in return. And we have a nice cluster of purple altogether here. I am happy about this generally. I'm beginning to rate Willow a little bit more than I always have. Oh, I think that was an accident. I don't think that's something that they needed to do. They could have moved somebody else in there, so I think that was pure accident. Okay, so... I think this is what we attempt. Excellent. Might go here. Didn't. Okay. You can get to probably here-ish. So let's pop you as a upper guard. Let's get you in position. Okay, let's just get this kind of like set up so we're happy. Where can you get to? Yeah, that works. If we can get another person in there, we will. To kind of block this up, but I can't make any guarantees, so I'm not gonna bank on it. That's fine. That gives you the ability to come up to here. See if we can knock the splitzer over. I'm assuming the answer's going to be no, but you know, you don't know until you try. There you go. Oh dear. Okay. I mean, what would be nice is if their blitzer actually stays out. Even though they have the players to replace them, every single less block they have is a big deal. I guess technically... 6, 7, 8, 9, No, they can. They're gonna have to do some shenanigans to get the ball free here. What's the plan here? They look like they're hatching a scheme. Or maybe they're just giving us blocks to try and make us... I mean, I'm definitely going to take this one. Well, I say that. Let's see what they do first. Are you coming in for a attempted blitz? Probably not. Okay, they did. Okay, so I guess we do this. And we do this. Huh. Well, it doesn't seem worth surfing her in anymore. I don't think we can really get anything else worth doing here, because we'd need 2 assists of this, and I pushed her there, so I can't use these 2 guys. We do have a blitz technically, but I don't think we want to risk it without somebody with block, and we've used our block guys to not really achieve anything, so I think we're going in here. Play it sensible. Let's get a score on the board. Quadruple skulls happen. Okay, their blitz came back. I mean, that was likely. Okay, so I guess the advantage of this current situation is at least you don't have to sacrifice good players. Yeah, interesting half. I mean, it went fairly well, but it was, at the same time, we didn't get any useful removal. I guess the only ones that are really worth removing are Willow and the Blitzers, right? To actually have any impact on the second half, because they got 3 subs. So, I mean, that said, it is possible. I know we haven't seen it a whole lot, but it is possible to absolutely wreck Amazons when you armor break them. So I suppose there was the chance that we could eat into all of their subs if we had broken more armor. I think we got a few stuns and that KO. And I'm not saying we did a million blocks, I will say in fairness as well, but even so. But we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how they go on their half. They've kind of pressured the whole front line there. I guess we'll try and make it a little bit more away from the actual blitzes. Try and get a little SPP on their throw. Going for that first, which is interesting. Oh, no problem, so it's all good. Okay, what are we going for here? I guess they could foul and honestly not feel bad about it either, in the sense of if it doesn't work. They've got so many spare players, they may as well throw in a foul. Okay, this is the first time I've seen them make kind of weird decisions on how they're kind of going about this. I thought the defense was honestly pretty sensible and solid. So yeah, I think you probably move in, and then do they have, they don't really have anybody left who, this would have been the person you'd want to foul with. There's no way they think this is the second half, right? I don't think there is. Because otherwise that throw was ridiculous. I mean, to do that at the beginning of the second half, at the beginning of a half with no cover would be crazy. So it's just for a moment there I was worried. Let's see if we have enough guys that we can set up a whole front line. Let's actually, well, you know what, let's pop you in. Pop you there. I think we do, because I think we have you as well. We're going to pop the catches just behind to cover those corners, and we'll put Mr. Wrestley up here. Or Rutherford, as he's otherwise known. So yeah, we didn't score with Benedict, and I was being a bit free and easy, so that's my own fault. It's not necessarily the end of the world. I mean, Algernon could use some block for his own safety, but obviously having all of our blitzers have block would be pretty tasty, so I am slightly sad. Alright, couldn't be a more regular kick. Let's see how they attack. And are they ready for the Kislev style defense? Is the big question. Another big question is, am I ready for the Kislev? Oh, we both got rerolls because they've only got 2, so they actually got a reroll last half as well. Okay. Good to know. I think I already checked that they had, and found that they had 2 rerolls last half. I just had forgotten. Boris. Almost living up to our eccentric naming style. I'm okay with stuns on the whole. At this stage of the half. Going with Willow. Willow being reliable. He's been good for them. Using all the War Dancer animations. I mean, he's kind of cool the way he looks. He just his stats. There's nothing about his stats that say War Dancer. Every single one of these stats is wrong for a War Dancer, so it's an interesting choice. Maybe in his backstory there is some reason for this. Maybe he was a War Dancer. He looks like kind of like a War Dancer that got mixed with, you know, who has been too close to the Fae. Hang on, that's a D&D thing. Who has got too far into Athel Lauren and has been infected by the tree spirits or something. And has become part Dryad. Those are more Dryad statistics, in fairness. Willow may technically... There's another thing, which I guess could be that he actually is a Dryad and they just didn't want to make that, so they just used the War Dancer. Because Dryads tend to have... I mean, the Warhammer Dryads had strength 4. Oh. Are we going to see the reroll, or are they going to let it go? They've only got 2 rerolls, so they might let it go. They did. Okay, I don't know if they're ready for quite what we can bring here. Which means we're going to instantly fall over. Okay, so I can get an assist up to here. Then... That's kind of... I don't really have anybody that can put in there. We'd have to blitz with you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to play it a bit more sensibly. Okay, it doesn't matter what I do, it's going to be a GFI to get there. You know what? I think in that situation we just go here then. That's fine. We're still touching the ball. I had a little panic there when the dodge noise. I forgot that I needed to dodge. Okay. Yeah, I think we've got to make them feel the pressure here. Or attempt to. Now, which one of you can actually... I don't think any of them can get free after they jump over is the problem. They're still going to have to dodge. Yeah. So that's most unfortunate. So, what we'll do is that... That? No, I think you're just going to stay here as our backup. And then time for the ridiculous. I may run out of time to actually... Oh dear. Nope. That's what you get for being sensible. Yeah, So I abandoned it because I knew even if I got him up here, I still had to do a 3+ leap and a 3+ dodge. So I thought to myself, well, let's be sensible about this. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, it's back on. I mean, we got stunned, of course, but that's okay. Well, that's not what we wanted at all. But we can push back. I guess we have to do this. If we do this... Well, that kind of ruins my plan. Let's see, one... He could do just one leap and get up there. Oh, we've lost our catcher as well, that's most unfortunate. I mean, technically, we could just try and go for it, right? Or we could do this. Oh, there we go. Okay, he got angry. Probably get appoed. Because not being able to dodge is most unfortunate. So, joins the subs. Now the question is, do I just like slide this guy in here? Is it just in case? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to try this because honestly I think with 3 girls it probably makes sense to take the 50-50. Yeah. Let's not mess around when we've got like a 50-50 to effectively have a good chance of scoring. Alright, that was Kislev showing why sometimes you do have to re-roll that first ball. It's like playing elves, right? Like if you don't have it like fully protected, there's just always that risk that they're just going to run in there and cause your issues. Where did that ball go? Oh boy, we did a kick. That's 2 touchbacks, which is kind of unusual because it has to scatter like all 6 out, right? Alright, so they're bringing it up. They're putting it on a blitzer, which is not what we want, to be honest. So now our wrestler becomes much more important because he can knock her over on a 5 or 6. Everybody else is just knocking her over on a 6. This is why I protect him when I can. But to some degree, if we can just stop them scoring in the next couple of turns, that would hopefully be enough to give us a good chance of still winning, even if they do score. I'm definitely intrigued by my opponent. I'm kind of wondering if there's somebody, like, I'm trying to kind of fathom where their experience level is, and right now I feel like it is at a place where maybe they've watched a lot of Blood Bowl, so they know the mechanics of it and everything, but they haven't maybe played a lot of Blood Bowl. Because a lot of what they're doing is very solid, and even that wasn't crazy, but obviously it's has its risks against a team that can get around you so fast, and it wasn't super well protected, especially on this side. So yeah, I think I would put them at like probably not a ton of experience playing, but they know how the game works well. But I'm just, you know, guessing. Okay, so what's your plan? You're just going to probably drop back here. Okay, okay. Probably want to get more support over here. Yeah, I was going to say, because we could potentially make a chain push happen that pushes her out. Might still be possible. Okay, so we would probably want to push from this side. Okay, so this is definitely possible. I think we're going to try it because we have leap. We don't often do stuff like this, but this is one of those occasions where it's like, you know what? There's no really good reason not to. Especially with our sidestepper on the field. So you need to come here to block off that, and then we come in. Oh, I also need another assist here. That's okay. Is it though? So you need to come in here. We're using a lot of guys to do this, but you know. Yeah, this is the thing. Did I use more people than I needed? I don't think so. I think so to here. Oh, we did it. And I think we follow here to keep her pinned in. Well, I mean, you can't do anything about that last bit, but the rest of it was very nice. Very nice. It's one less player on the field, right? Can't get an assist here, unfortunately. I think we have to do this because there is a chance that they try and run this way because we did put most of our team over here. Yeah, we'll just leave this. I don't think we gain a lot. Unless we knock him over, we don't gain a lot by doing this block, so... Well, that was quite fun. So what we're basically, like, saying to them is, like, you know, nothing is all that safe when the other team has leap. And the only thing we had to do there that was slightly risky was the 3+ leap, right? Which is actually not terrible. And we managed to get a 2 dice block, so... The sideline cage, when we've got players free, is not a safe option. And I mean, it wasn't a sideline cage. Usually that's safe though, because you can't block things off enough with the other with the rest of your players. But we, in this situation, could. I'm still trying to think, could I have done it with less... I don't think I could have done it sensibly with less players. Okay, they're taking 1 dices now with non-blockers, so they're definitely rattled here. I assume they're going to come through the middle, but obviously our team is reasonably fast as well. Unfortunately, this side is pathetically weak because it's all loners. So as soon as if Florian gets armor broken, if they just come over here, then we have trouble. Oh, they left him where he is. That's interesting. Okay, they're looking a little thin on the ground there. That works nicely though. So yeah, I think they come this way as hard as they can. Honestly, I wouldn't think it ridiculous to go all the way down to here. I think I would go that way. But you know what? It worked. Could pull her out. Danger, of course, is that that gives us 2 people to try and block with, potentially. Okay. So there's our assist. I'd like to do it with this guy, but I can't free him up. Or this guy, obviously. Hang on, can I free him up? I could potentially free him up. So you would have to come around to here. And then I just need an assist, which I guess... hang on. Yeah, you can't provide it. I guess you're gonna provide it. A lot of chain push in this game, eh? So then we just pop her over here. We'll leave you where you are because you're kind of closer to the action. Frees up our wrestle guy as well, who I think we're just going to bring down in support. And then we don't have to do a dodge to get this blitz. And we can move this guy and this guy depending on how this goes. Oh, can we? Yes, we can. Okay. This is more away from more of them, slightly, so we'll do that. Oh, it was the one thing we needed you to do. I think we're going to take the slightly risky thing of putting him there. And pop in this guy. I'm going to put this guy here because it's further away from more of their players, so getting a blitz on these guys is going to require people to run further. If we were only 1-0 up, I'd be kind of nervous at this stage, but this is actually a nice situation to be 2-0 up in because obviously time is slipping away. If you were 1-0 up, you'd be, well, time's slipping away, which is good, but if they do score, I'm not going to have enough time to score. So, yeah. Being 2-0 up is a nice cushion with the time running out. What would I do if I was them? I feel like... see, this is why I moved this guy down here rather than up here, because Willow has just too far to run for this. This guy coming over here, I think you do have to use the splitzer, probably. But what do you do with her? Or you knock this... Well, the problem is if they try and knock this guy away, that may not be enough. They didn't need this guy to make this block as it is, so, you know. Also, I just noticed their thrower... Has she been back here the whole time? I think she has. Nice. That's it's a bit disappointing, isn't it? Alright, down you go. Guess we'll get you here. I guess we could try this. Okay, a wrestle will do. So what we're going to attempt here is a pickup with Benedict. Mission successful. Just pop Boris here. We don't necessarily need to do a leap here, so let's just do this. Could do a leap here to try and get an assist here. It's like a nice clean leap. And no real end result, but I like having him on this side because he kind of helps block them off, because obviously we want to try and make a push and get in if we can. You know, if we could redeem Benedict for his touchdown, that'd be great. How have our leaps been? I think they've been overall pretty good. We haven't... This is probably one of the games we've leapt the least in. Well, we had a couple of not so great ones. Of course, you know, Algernon knocked himself out on a 2+1. But, who was it? Was it Finnegan or was it... I don't remember who it was now. Finnegan or Florian managed the beautiful ball surfing one, so... There is that. They're going to make this difficult, which is unfortunate, because I want them to kind of get out of the way and make this nice and easy. I really want Benedict to score. Oh, that's an interesting decision. So we can't stop her getting in at the ball, but we can at least put him in a position where he can kind of come around. She's probably going to hit up this way because it's the easiest knockdown, plus it frees both of them up potentially to run up here next time. And at some point they realise they have a spare player back here. Willow has a 2 dice. I think he's thinking about dodging out though. But he can't get in here. So he's going for the block instead. Stunned himself, KO'd us. Willow's had a pretty good game, honestly. Although he did have that unfortunate loner situation, so make of that what you will. Alright, so okay, we have a 2 dice here with block, so we take that first. We stay because we want to be as far up this way as we can. Okay, then we can actually do this. And we're going to make an interesting decision here and go for a blitz with our catcher. Because we have block. Oops, I should have put her down there. As far as you can, my friend. Let's not pull her in there if we can help it. I think you may just need to stand up. Oh, that's nice. You can stay because that will kind of block her in. I was kind of hoping there was going to be an arm break there, but so we just come around here. So yeah, by leaving him there rather than pushing down here, it means that she can move up, but it does mean that she can't do kind of like a sneaky dodge out situation. And then I guess you're going to come up to here. Okay. So we're trying to play this as sensibly and cautiously as we can, but obviously you have to make some 3+. They did finally notice Terius Barkida. You could argue that they were leaving her up there as a just in caser, but I think if you do that you'd stand her up and just leave her in the back. So I think that was just, it's so easy, because this is like, I think most players probably play from somewhere in this kind of height, so probably sort of here, because it gives you the best field of view of like the action, and you can just, it doesn't take much movement, right? But that often means that you lose track of anything that's like in your backfield, and that can be a bit of a problem. I guess in the absence of having a bear, they've this team has decided that that Bartholomew is the problem, which in fairness he kind of is. Let's move up here. So I think we may be looking at like a blitz here and then just a run up. Yeah, actually. Probably gonna have to sideline cage it as well. Alrighty. So you can't reach her. You can't really reach here either. Let's pop you here. I guess we'll pop you... Oh, we'll just go ahead and pop you here. Push is kind of what we needed. We'll go... how far can you go? You can get up to there. So you go up to... Yeah, you can go up to your max. You go up to here. Fingers crossed for Bartholomew. Good work, Bartholomew. And that's mostly what we need. 2 turns, 2 rerolls. Wasn't to be. Alright. So we've given ourselves a chance on turn 16. Obviously they can get in here and get in our way. But Benedict is a leaper and we do have a reroll, so hopefully we're far enough away from them up here that we can get away with just doing a 3+ leap. But he might make us do a 3+ leap plus dodge. Who scored our second? Was it Bartholomew or was it it must have... I think it was Bartholomew, wasn't it? I think he ran in and got it. I think Algernon scored our first, right? In the first half. And then, yeah, Bartholomew stole one already, so... Okay, going after Rutherford. Yeah, it's been a solid game. The one, I suppose the one disappointment you could argue is the lack of armor breaks. But you know what? Whatever. Oh, we have diving tackle here. Oh, I love diving tackle. Let's see. There's a lot of noise happening. Sure. Let's attempt this. Let's see if we can do the diving tackle followed by the jump up blitz. Well, not even a blitz, is it? No, we can't. Classic. Okay, let's do a blitz here if we can then. We can indeed. Oh, totally worth it. Okay. I think that one injury at the end, just getting that little extra SBP, I think that makes me feel like, you know what? We did okay on injuries after all. I'm not going to take this block, even though there's a temptation, because we're unlikely to knock her over, and we don't have block. So let's not push our luck. Let's get the 3 definite SVP on Benedict and be happy with that. Now, one thing I will say is that we did well for... come on, server, don't do this to me. We did do well on our own armor break. I mean, we did get armor broken and KO'd a little, like slightly, but never worse than that, so that's nice. No, game. We had a nice gentle victory there. Don't take that away from us. Oh boy, it says internal server error. That scares me. This is a screen I'm not accustomed to hanging around this long. If it zooms out to not show us the end of match stats, we may have lost the game here. Okay. It didn't give us a winnings reroll, did it? Would we have done that already? I'm suddenly not... I feel like we would have done. Okay, well we'll see in a moment. Finnegan got man of the match as well, which is great. But let's... Just because I'm worried... Wow, this is like some of the most SVP we've got with this team. Hang on. It deleted it, didn't it? Oh boy. Yep. I deleted it, but it brought our team back to... Hang on, what is going on here? Did it delete it? Yeah, Benedict doesn't have his SBP. This was last game. The weird thing is, it knows there was a game. I would go and check on the other team, but it's going to delete it for them as well. So I guess there's good and bad. Hang on, what is going on with my team value? Are these guys... I don't know what's going to happen next game, because our team value is still showing as if we don't have our players. Do we have anybody that was just missed next game? I don't know that we do. Yeah, hang on, were you missed you were missed next game. Yeah, so I think even though it's showing these players being here, they're not going to be here. Yeah, it's killed that game. So, I mean, the nice thing is we have recorded the game, so it does exist in our memories. The bad thing is that was probably the best game we've had with this team. And the most SPP we've got in useful places, the least injuries, and we got through that game and still got all our guys back on top of that, and that's all been for naught. So all the SPP is gone, the like 15, I don't even know how much it was, 15, 20 SPP. Our injuries are all back, so we're going to be missing half our team again. Well, that's a bit depressing, isn't it? But you know what? I guess we'll try and look on the bright side, and say at least we had a good game, and we did well, things went well. It's a pity it's not recorded, because, you know, obviously, if it were, that would make our record a little bit better, slightly. And it would make us that much closer, because, I mean, I'm trying to get this team to, like, this team takes a long time to get into a place where it's, where you want it to be, because you've got to get block on everybody. You got to, you know, before you even start getting your, like, your tackles, your guards, your, strip ball and all that kind of thing. So it takes a long time, so I was kind of excited by the fact that, that we had done that. Oh well. Thanks for watching anyway. That was sad. It's so weird. I'm sad and happy at the same time, but ultimately a bit sad that we're gonna have to go through that whole thing again with no team. And what's the betting that we don't get such a kind matchup next time? We'll see. Anywho, I will see for it when we play it. This is going to be the mysterious game, whatever it is, 12 or something, that does exist on film but does not exist in the records. So that's going to be confusing. But I'll see you soon. Bye for now.